Howdy everybody, Fidgetum here. Today I have a Maxtech dimple lock. This lock is basically a clone of the Multi-Lock Classic. It has serrated drivers, 5 pin-in-pin pins. The only major difference really is that this thing doesn't have as good tolerances as the true multi-lock, which is why I used this lock to train on before I did real multi-locks. Still works nicely. I sent one of these to Murloc a few months back. This one's about to be shipped out to somebody else. This was my favorite lock to pick for the longest time, but now I have real multi-locks, so I don't really pick it anymore. So I guess it's time for it to move on. Alright, here we go. Click out a 1, and oh yeah, by the way, skinny flag again with these. It has to be skinny enough to fit inside. See how it's on the inside of that pin? That way you can pick your inner drivers later. And then you just pick these like any other dimple lock. Except with this one you can, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it is moving with like every pin I set. And number 4. And number 5. And we got some good movement there. Another click out of 2. Nothing seems to want to drop. But I think it seems fine. There we go. Just let something drop down. Aha! There you go. Nice default set. Now we work on the metal inner pins. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. Much easier than a regular multi-lock. But the skills are basically the same, which makes it a really good training lock. Alright, let's take it apart. There we go. Once again. Let's relock it. I do have the key. This one has a Schlag back to it. So we're just gonna there we go. Push that pin in. There's a spring in there. There we go. I didn't want it to fall out later and then lose it. Alright. Key. Rotate slightly. You don't want to rotate these too much because Sometimes they have holes on the side. Okay, this one does not. All right, and now you can see the difference between this one and the real thing. You'll notice that this is all smooth, which means that they have to basically drill out. They have to chamfer. Focus, you fuck. They have to chamfer these where the pins meet so that the double pins will actually set properly. And that means you have a very, very fat shear line, which is why this is a much easier lock to pick. All right. Come on, you bastard. That's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about your pick has to fit inside of the pin. See how that fits in there? That lets you pick that inner pin. I use this flag pretty much exclusively for multi-locks and multi-lock clones for that reason. You have to modify it a little bit, but it's well worth it. All right. So all of the key pins are standard. Yeah, that's standard. Unlike multi-locks, which have some torpedoes. So and there's your driver pins. Serrated just like the multi-lock, but not quite as sharp. And these should all be serrated if I remember correctly. All right, and nothing in the Bible of note. So yeah, also there's, oh wait, no, there is a little bit of drill protection. But not nearly as much as there is in a real multi-lock. There's only one stud. Multi-locks have several. And they protect their drivers. So, still a good lock to practice pinning pins on though. Because it is a little bit inferior, that makes it a good learning tool when you're first starting out on these types of locks. And they're not that expensive, although they can be kind of hard to find because people don't resell them as much. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Bye-bye.